It is time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Tuesday, January the 30th, 2018, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
Funeral services were held for John Jr. Garza, 44 of Muleshoe, on Monday at the Centerpoint Church here in Muleshoe. Burial was in the Muleshoe Memorial Park under the direction of Ellie's Funeral Home of Muleshoe. Junior Garza died on Monday, January 22nd in Lubbock. He was born June the 23rd, 1973 in Littlefield to Narcisco and Alvarez and Inez Luera Garza. Junior Garza was an avid fan of the Texas Tech Red Raiders and loved Chinese food. He was preceded in death by his father, Narcisco Alvarez. Junior Garza is survived by his two sons, Austin and Alec, both of Earth, his mother, Inez of Muleshoe, and 5 sisters, Rose, Angie, Alice, and her husband, Renee Garcia, Mary Paz, and her husband, Martin, all of Muleshoe, and Connie Rincon of Hereford. His 2 brothers are Chris and his wife, Alice of Clovis, and Jonathan of Muleshoe. Also surviving are 25 nieces and nephews of Junior Garza. Please remember all of this family in your prayers, and you can go online and send condolences to the Garza family at www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, Junior Garza died on Monday, January the 22nd in Lubbock, and the funeral services were held on Monday, January 29th at the Centerpoint Church here in Muleshoe. Graveside funeral services for Keith Berman, 81 of Muleshoe, will be held Saturday afternoon at 2 at the Muleshoe Memorial Park with Radon Stanford, pastor of the Trinity Christian Center Fellowship Church, officiating. Keith Gale Berman of Muleshoe died on Sunday, January 21st, here in Muleshoe. He was born December 22nd, 1936 in Clovis to Dale and Oletha Schaffner Berman. Keith grew up in Muleshoe, graduated from Muleshoe High School, and then went to Texas Tech in Lubbock, where he met and married Vanda Carter. Keith was an insurance agent in both Floydada and Lubbock. Later, he moved back to Muleshoe, where he worked at the Co-op Gin and also at Cow Lake Feed Yard. Keith was preceded in death by his wife, Vanda, and his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Dale Berman. Keith Berman is survived by 2 sons, Scott Berman of Muleshoe and Brad Berman of Dallas. His sister, Melba Bratcher, and her husband, Tom of Muleshoe. 2 nephews, Dalen Bratcher of Shallowater and Darren Bratcher of Chula Vista, California. 1 great nephew, Dakota Bratcher, and 1 great niece, Kaylin Bratcher, and her 4 daughters. Keith will be missed by his family and friends. The family suggests that memorials be sent to Muleshoe Meals on Wheels Incorporated, 300 South 1st Street here in Muleshoe, and our zip is 79347, or to the Shriners Hospital for Children, 2900 North Rocky Point Drive, Tampa, Florida, and that zip is 33607. Please remember all of the family of Keith Berman in your prayers, and repeating, funeral services will be held graveside on this coming Saturday afternoon at 2 in the Muleshoe Memorial Park, with Radon Stanford, pastor of the Trinity Christian Center Fellowship Church, officiating. Lonnie Alsop died on Sunday at his home in Clovis at the age of 84. He was the owner of Alsop's convenience stores here in Muleshoe and also across Texas and New Mexico. A memorial service will be held on Wednesday afternoon at 2 in the Faith Christian Family Center Church in Clovis. A private family burial was already held. Please remember all of the family of Lonnie Alsop in your prayers, and you can go on our Twitter and read the complete story about Lonnie Alsop. 61 was the high in Muleshoe on Monday. 16, though, was the low. And on Tuesday morning at 7 o'clock, it was 26 degrees here in Muleshoe. And now, 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, brings you the weather forecast for Muleshoe, Sudan, Amherst, Earth, and our entire vicinity. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Secure your life with fast technologies available through 5 Area, whether you're in Muleshoe or anywhere in the world. Security and automation services for your home, farm, or business available now through your hometown company, 5 Area. Plans starting now at $20 per month. Fast Technologies offers live and recordable video surveillance. Control your door locks and garage doors, whether you're in your recliner around the corner or in Dallas. Lighting control and motion detection. Door and window sensors. Receive alerts through text, email, or phone. Plans again starting at $20 per month. Call today, 5 Area, 806-272-5533, or go by their website at 5area.com. They will also be happy to give you an on-site demo, so stop by their offices today, 302 Uvalde Street on the west edge of Muleshoe. A DSL internet connection is required. That's home, farm, and business security and automation services available through Fast Technologies at 5 Area. Call 806-272-5533 for more information. Well, as we mentioned last week, the month of January ends without any rainfall, so that means 3 consecutive months in a row with no rain here at the National Weather Service station at Channel 6, and 11 days in the end of October. The last rain that we got here at Channel 6 was October the 20th, and we only got 6/100ths of an inch of rain. It was pretty dry all throughout most of October, although the first week in October we got a decent amount of rainfall, but it all went dry. And the last rain we got was October the 20th, and so that means we've gone about 103 days without any precipitation here at Channel 6 in Muleshoe, so that's quite a dry spell, and it looks like it will continue, and there is a red flag warning in effect for noon today here in Muleshoe until 6 p.m. We'll have very low relative humidity along with breezy, windy conditions here in the Muleshoe area. Patchy blowing dust, afternoon sunny, high around 71 degrees, breezy conditions with a southwest wind 15 to 25 miles per hour, mostly clear tonight, low around 35, southwest winds around 15 miles per hour this evening. Do remember there is a burn ban in effect for Bailey County, put in place by the Bailey County Commissioner's Court. Sunny on Wednesday, high near 77 degrees, west winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. Then mostly clear Wednesday night, low around 26 degrees, west-southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, becoming north-northeast after midnight. Thursday, sunny, high near 51, a little bit cooler. North-northeast winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour, becoming east in the afternoon. Partly cloudy Thursday night, low around 22. Friday, mostly sunny, high near 51 degrees. South winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy Friday night, low around 30. South wind 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunny on Saturday, high near 65, so warming up a little bit. Into the weekend, west-southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, becoming north in the afternoon hours. Then mostly clear Saturday night, low around 28. Repeating our forecast for today. On Tuesday here in the Muleshoe area, there is a red flag warning in effect for the Muleshoe area from noon today until 6 p.m. Patchy blowing dust, afternoon sunny, high near 71 degrees. Breezy conditions with the southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour. Then mostly clear tonight, low around 35. Southwest winds around 15 miles per hour. Sunny on Wednesday, high near 77 degrees. West winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. Then Wednesday night, mostly clear, low around 26. 5 area telephone, West Plains Telecommunications has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. Take control of your First Bank of Muleshoe debit card right from your smartphone with the My Mobile Money app. It's customizable card monitoring and controls that help you manage your accounts. With My Mobile Money app, you can set interactive controls to help monitor activity and prevent unauthorized use. You can turn your card on or off, set alerts, and deny transactions based on merchant or transaction type and location, monitor and control dependent cardholder usage, receive notifications of possible fraudulent transactions, and take action, deposit checks through your phone. Download the My Mobile Money app now at the App Store or Google Play. For more information, you can also call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515, or go by 202 South First Street. The First Bank right here in Muleshoe, offering the My Mobile Money app. Available at the App Store or Google Play. Call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515, or go by 202 South First Street. The First Bank, member FDIC.
This is Isla Reynolds. I am 7 years old, and I know one thing, that Leal's Mexican food is the best. I love the chips and salsa at Leal's. The enchiladas are super. You have to try the guacamole and topapillas. That's at my favorite Leal's in Muleshoe at 1010 West American Boulevard.
From the Muleshoe Independent School District, as everyone is certainly aware that illness is rampant not only in Muleshoe and the Muleshoe schools, but throughout the country. And we have been advised by the Muleshoe schools the best cure is to stay home if you are ill. Drink plenty of water or fluids and wash your hands often. If your child is ill with the flu symptoms and fever, we encourage you to keep your children home from school and to see a physician until the fever is gone. Do not send your children to school until they are symptom-free. Please also bring a doctor's note to the school office when they return to school. If you are unsure if you should attend school or not, well, please contact the school nurse. Every school in Muleshoe has a nurse. What does the flu look like? You're sneezing, you're stuffed up, and you feel bad all over. Is it the cold or the flu? The symptoms can be very much alike, but if you know the warning signs of the flu, you can get treatment quickly and work on feeling better sooner. What you need to know is, unlike a cold, flu symptoms usually come on suddenly. Another key difference is a fever, which might not happen with a cold. You might also have severe aches in the muscles and joints, pain and tiredness around your eyes, weakness of extreme fatigue, warm, flushed skin, and red, watery eyes, another symptom of the flu, a headache, a dry cough, and a sore throat and runny nose, more symptoms of the flu. Adults with seasonal flu don't usually vomit or have diarrhea, but children might. Some symptoms can mean your illness is severe. Get immediate medical help from a physician. If you have trouble breathing or shortness of breath, pain or pressure in your chest or belly, sudden dizziness, confusion, and severe vomiting. You think you have the flu, now what? In most cases, the best way to treat the flu is rest at home. Drink plenty of fluids. Avoid contact with other people. If you're very sick or you have other medical conditions, you need to go and get a prescription from the doctor. Seasonal flu follows a fairly predictable pattern from fall to spring. So we hope that it will be that way this year. At the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center on Wednesday, they are serving for lunch chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, country gravy, stewed okra, seasoned corn, and pumpkin squares, and your choice of drink. On Thursday, it's, by the way, February the 1st, taco salad, refried beans, Spanish rice, broccoli and cauliflower salad, corn or flour tortillas, apricot halves. On Friday, fish or chicken strips, and that is always the menu on Fridays. Also, the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center has something coming up in the near future. It's their steak and auction fundraiser for the Muleshoe Senior Citizen Center. Now, that will be Sunday, March the 4th, starting at 12 noon. It'll be steak and all the trimmings to be served, and it'll be $10 per plate, and an auction will follow. So put that down, Sunday, March the 4th, starting at 12 noon. Well, the Muleshoe Mules last Friday night went to Slayton, and so did the Lady Mules, and they both lost their district games. The girls lost to Slayton 52-40, and this puts them 4-7 on the season in district play. And the Mules lost to Slayton 43-38, and that puts the Mules 2-7 in the district. Now this week they are going to play here in Muleshoe, Freona, and the first games are 5 o'clock for the JV boys and girls simultaneously, and then at 6:30 the Mules, or the Lady Mules, will play the Freona girls, and then at 8 o'clock it will be the boys' game against Freona. All games are here at home. on Thursday morning, there will be a one-act play workshop, and it will be held at Tulia. If you are 60 or above, you might be eligible for the Senior Nutrition Program, sponsored in part by South Plains Food Bank, and it comes to Muleshoe at the Calvary Baptist Church once a month. And you can still register for this Senior Nutrition Program if you're 60 or above at the Office of the Aging at the Bailey County Courthouse. And the next time they will deliver food to Muleshoe from the South Plains Food Bank in Lubbock will be February the 27th. So you need to be sure and go into the Office of the Aging or call Judy Kaufman and get all of the information from her in the Bailey County Courthouse. The Fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous meets every Tuesday and Friday night at 7 at the First United Methodist Church of Muleshoe, 507 West 2nd. Please use the Fellowship Hall door. AA is a fellowship for both men and women who share their hope, strength, and experiences to stay sober one day at a time. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just one moment. Please stay tuned.
AIM Bank Muleshoe and Farwell is bringing many exciting opportunities to the Muleshoe, Lasbuddy, and Farwell areas, and technology enhancements increase lending capabilities while keeping all of the same smiling faces you're used to in both locations. AIM Bank Muleshoe joins the many area full-service AIM Bank locations in the Panhandle, South Plains, Permian Basin, and Big Country regions of Texas, combined with an ATM network of more than 750 Stripes convenience stores locations in Texas, New Mexico, along with Oklahoma. AIM Bank has a commitment of supporting local communities and their local customers right here in the Muleshoe area. AIM Bank, where a handshake still means something, both member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
The Muleshoe Area Medical Center at 708 South 1st Street has two nurse practitioners, Christy Lee and Kristen Neely. You can make an appointment now by calling 806-272-7544 at the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe with either Christy or Kristen. The Medical Clinic at Muleshoe is located inside of the Muleshoe Area Medical Center at 708 South 1st Street here in Muleshoe. Again, the number to call is 806-272-7544 to make your appointment now to see either Christy Lee or Kristen Neely, nurse practitioners at the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe. At halftime of the Lady Mules and Freona game at Muleshoe High School gym, the 4th grade at Mary DeShazo will have an exhibition that you'll want to see. And also the 5th grade will have their exhibition during the Tuesday, February 6th game here in Muleshoe. Also, the Mary DeShazo Elementary School Spelling Bee will be held in the workroom on Thursday, February the 6th. Now, then the winners of that will go on to the district spelling bee, and that will be on February the 21st at the administration building of Muleshoe Schools. On our prayer list, please remember Olin Clements, Angela and Eric Hall, Jean Paul and Corlin Jarman, Glenn Watkins, who is in a retirement home in Plainview, Ronnie Kenmore, Doyle and Leela Sue King, Betty Harrison, Doris Scott, Clinton and Maxine Rogers, Landon Nichols and all of his family, Dorothy Sorley, Gabby Stone, Brian Taylor, Dorothy Turner, and we're glad to report that Martha Joe and Robert Black are back at home in Muleshoe, and they will be going back for him to get his stitches out in Waco, and please remember them as he is recuperating. Remember Chris Martis. Also, please remember Paul Wilbanks and Sally Ellis, a new resident at the Parkview Nursing Care Center. Berta and Larry Combs. Larry started his radiation treatments January 22nd, and they will be in Lubbock Monday through Friday for 8 weeks. They are staying at the Hope Lodge, located at 3513 10th Street in Lubbock. If you want to write them, it's 79415 zip code. Remember Juanita Flores and her family, Belinda Head, Linda Watson, Marjorie Morgan, Dr. Joby Claiborne, who is now at home, we're so glad to report, Maureen and Robert Hooton, Wynn Cantwell, and also Walter Marie Boness in the Running Water Draw Care Center in Olton. Gladys Black. Also, please remember Kay Ramage, Joe Phelps and her husband Donald, Butch Vandiver and his wife Doris, Wanda Wiley and her husband Kent, also Sandy Noble and his wife Deborah. Remember also those who have lost loved ones in the past weeks. The families of Greg Combs, Keith Berman, Shannon Redwine, Junior Garza, Connie Cavazos, John Hayes, 16-year-old Estella Contreras of Muleshoe, Joyce Nix of Sudan's family, Henry Lopez, Medford Cyphers, Richard Ring. Please remember all of these families who have lost loved ones in your prayers.
Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain rotating on Reach Broadband Channel 6, as well. Find it free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith, getting rid of weeds in Langtree. Details in a moment on the Sound of Texas.
And the Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, as well as MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe as well as in Morton. They're celebrating 77 years of rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric. They're owned by the members they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online, bcecoop.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle all hope that you enjoy the Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Keith Bowden was born in Delaware, attended college in Nova Scotia, worked for a while in Santiago, Chile. He taught English at a community college in Laredo for more than 20 years and retired to Langtree.
For those folks who don't know it, Langtree was a railroad town and thriving for much of the early part of the 20th century, but it has fallen into ruin. So I decided that I was going to clear the entire town, all the brush for the entire town, expose and open up all these wonderful old crumbling buildings, and that I would gradually replant everything I cleared with native plants that didn't need maintenance. And I'm into my third year in this project. I still have to contend with all these invasive plants that don't belong here that want to take over. So I'm constantly weed eating primarily the buffalo grass to keep it from seeding, so that the candelia, which is the primary thing I'm planting because it spreads, can take hold.
He spends a lot of time using a weed eater.
You know, it looks like a small town, but when you have to weed eat the entire town, it is about a half mile that way and a half mile that way. I don't know what the square mileage of a half times a half is, but it seems like 10 to me. Every time it rains, and we just had 4 inches in the last week, it's pretty well 8-10 hours a day running that weed eater.
He's on his second weed eater, and he uses lots of string.
$80 a roll. I buy the big, massive things. I changed the string 3 times yesterday, put another 20 feet in. But part of that is because of the way I weed eat. I'm blasting at the base of buffalo grass, which is extraordinarily thick.
He does people's yards, vacant lots, anywhere there's a weed. He doesn't charge for his services.
I pay sometimes the heavy equipment to just blast out all the prickly pear cactus off a lot that's overgrown.
Keith Bowden of Langtree. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the sound of Texas.